We're ready to go for the first game of the new La Liga season. After making some signings and sales, I feel like we've improved the squad overall. However, no one told me that we'd now only get 7 substitutes on the bench this season. I feel like I would have done my transfers slightly different if I knew that was going to happen. Hey guys, and welcome back to the 17th episode of the FM21 Real Madrid Save, where today we are starting our second season in charge of Real Madrid for the La Liga, and we will be facing Villarreal and Tenerife. This team, they have been promoted, so I'm hoping it's going to be an easy win, even though we are away from home and I don't know how to pronounce their name. But those are the two games we're covering on today's episode, as well as continuing to go through the transfer window and hopefully bring in some more players, as my plans kind of have been foiled, because I thought we'd still have 15 players on the bench, and now we have Depay, Nunez and Benzema all sitting as striker options on the bench. So it's not exactly what I had planned, not exactly what I wanted, but my alternative is to put one of them off, and I don't feel like any of them deserve to be out of the squad. Maybe the only one I could justify would be Memphis Depay, because he's a squad player in his role, but really, they all got a good chance of starting every single game. But I think I'm going to start the season with Jovic up top, as I just think he's got the age, the experience. Benzema's getting a wee bit older, so I think it's time to give someone else a chance. But of course, we'll bring Benzema back in if we do need to. If you guys are enjoying the series so far, make sure that you do smash that like button for today's episode. Can we please get 8 likes to start our season off with a bang? And also, while you're down there, make sure that you do subscribe to the Raxo FM YouTube channel. It would be amazing to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, is now my goal. But, you know, it's still a huge ask. So every single one of you that does subscribe is massively appreciated. And to everyone that has already subscribed, thank you so much. But this is the squad that we're going with. We have not played any games since the last game against Bayer Leverkusen, where we beat them in the European Super Cup final. One more trophy ticked off the list. I guess this league campaign is a little bit irrelevant, because we're not really trying to win it. Well, I mean, we definitely do want to win, but the competitions we are actually focusing on are the Club World Championship and the Spanish Super Cup. So we could technically complete the challenge in this year's season. It'd be awesome to get every single trophy we possibly can, though. And we've still got a wee bit of money left in the bank account to make some deals. We've got £66 million. No bids made for me just yet, but I've definitely got my eye on a couple of centre-backs, a couple of midfielders. You know, just people to improve the squad. But that's just admin for me off camera. For now, we are focusing on the first league game of the season. And you've already seen the lineup, but we're going to go through it. We've got Jovic up top, Hazard, Odegaard, Dybala in that 3 thumbnail pairing, Bentancur and Casemiro. I've switched them around because I feel like Bentancur has a bit more going forward than Casemiro. Don't get me wrong, I think Casemiro is an amazing box-to-box midfielder and he did great last season. But if you do compare their stats overall, you can see that, you know, in a more attacking sense, Bentancur's got a wee bit of an edge, and in a defensive sense, Casemiro's got the edge. So I think playing him as the deep line playmaker, Casemiro, and Bentancur as a box-to-box is a wee bit more intelligent, considering the way that they do play and where their statistics are lying. Then in our backline, we've got Carvajal, Militao, Varane, Mendy and Courtois. Definitely going to be a competition between Militao and Garcia, unless we bring in another key star, beautiful, I don't know, another descriptive word, centre-back who can absolutely dominate that position with Varane. But I think he will be, yeah, he's pretty safe. He's not going anywhere. 28 years of age, he's got some time left in him. But without any further ado, let's go submit our team and jump into the first game of the season. Jovic is not feeling very match fit. He's going to have to get over it if he wants to keep his first team spot. I'm definitely putting a lot of faith in him. I kind of made a split-second decision to put him into the starting 11, but I'm thinking it's going to be a good one. Hopefully. He did well last year. And he's young. He's got great stats, and I don't know, Benzema's not going to be here forever, so let's focus on building from the youth and taking a look at that side that we are facing. It's definitely not bad. There are a lot of players that you will recognise, like Alcacer. We've got Parejo, even Chuck Wuizi. I really don't know how to say that name, sorry. I know that he's a top quality right midfielder, and he actually turns into a brilliant player in every single year of Football Manager. Well, just about every single year of Football Manager. Currently playing against the side that my team, Arsenal, will be facing in the Europa League semi-final in just a few days as I'm recording this. So hopefully they did end up winning that, not Villarreal. Arsenal, we definitely don't want them to win it, so it'll be interesting to see if we can beat them here, and maybe that will foreshadow a win for Arsenal. Probably not, but you never know. You never know. Don't take this away from me, boys and girls. They were playing it forward after a great shot from us, and Alcacer's almost gotten an even better shot away, but luckily for us it is blocked, and that means that we are still being dominant. I don't know how that doesn't count as a shot to them. I mean, even if it is blocked, it's still him shoot. It's okay. It's not my job to think about stuff like this. Actually, it's not my job to make Football Manager content at all. Still not monetized. That's why we're trying to get 1,000 subscribers. How many times do I have to mention that? Like, I feel like you all just think I'm money hungry at this point now, because I do mention that quite often. So yeah, no, I'm happy creating content. Let's focus on the game at hand though, before I dig myself into an even deeper hole. Casemiro running with the ball, playing it over to Bentancur. Bentancur into Mendy, who scored in the European Super Cup final. Plays out to Carvajal, who has gotten a couple of assists so far last season. Can you get another one here? It doesn't count as an assist to anyone, but it is a goal for Eden Hazard, and that is brilliant because it took him a very long time to get to the point where he was a really quality starter for us. And gosh, his fee has gone up an insane amount since the start of the save, because we managed to win the Europa League, not the Europa League, the Champions League and the Spanish League, so the La Liga. You know what I'm trying to say here. So I think that added another £30 million onto his total fee. Yes, he's not a cheap player, to say the least, but at least he's getting some goals for us. It wasn't my decision to sign him. That's all I'm saying. I mean, the one player I signed for a lot of money is Dybala, and he was an absolute bargain, if I do say so myself. And he's on the ball right now, skipping past a player, looking for a ball into the mixer. Okay, not the best ball into the mixer, but look at the dribbling beforehand. It was very pretty to look at, and they've tried to whip a ball forward, but Militao's there to cover. And if we can keep up our defensive record that we did have last season, we're going to have yet again another successful season, as Odegaard is racing forward, going for the shot. He's probably going to show a wee bit more composure in the final third than that, looking for a better option than that, but he's definitely got a lot to prove here. He was a great player for us last season, but not exactly a starter. I thought that Dybala might be hitting that one early. So it will be interesting to see whether or not he really solidifies himself in the starting role as our cam. But for now, we need to focus on this goal. Dybala has picked the ball up. I really did think he was going to absolutely bang that into the back of the net. But he's been calm, composed, played it into Jovic, and he has absolutely rewarded my faith with getting a goal in his first game of the season. Don't mind if I do. And I think that that's probably going to be enough to keep him in that starting role for the next game, depending on, injuries and fitness. I don't know. I might change my mind. Let's all be honest here. I change my mind pretty quickly. I'm not going to bag them. I'm happy with the performance out there. We've been doing very well. 2-0 lead and 15 shots. Only one shot for them. We're dominant. We're going to win this game. No chance of them coming back into it. I'm slightly out of breath, and I don't know why. I keep feeling out of breath while recording this video. Am I that stressed about a game against Villarreal? Maybe it's PTSD from last time Arsenal played them last week. But we're going to make our first substitution in the form of Memphis Depay. Hazard's looking tired, as well as Dybala and Odegaard, to be fair. So maybe we should bring another one of them off at some point soon. Nunez can play in Dybala's role. Maybe we will. Yeah, we're going to do that too. Dybala's coming off. He's going to play as a rolled, I don't know what it is. I don't know. I feel like isn't that like Mbappe's role? It's probably not. It's really, no, it's definitely not. But we're going to see what happens. Hopefully he gets a good debut, because it is actually his debut. He comes down as Darwin. Okay. Yeah, that's going to not confuse me at all. Darwin. We'll go with it. Casemiro on the ball. Playing it over to Mendy. Trying to find a player in the mixer. There is plenty of players in there, but he goes for the shot himself, and I have to say, that is a selfish option. Why is it coming up as Darwin? No, this is going to annoy me. Darwin Nunez. Just say Nunez. This is... I'm easily confused. We all know this. Like, especially with names. Let's not make it any more complicated than it needs to be for me. Thank you very much, Football Manager. Just Nunez. Not a fan of it. Thank you very much. Mendy over to Jovic, and he almost gets his second of the day. and that would have been a very good goal to get us a 3-0 lead, which would have been a much more impressive scoreline. But, 2-0 is still a very respectable win, especially against a side that aren't actually bad in the form of Villarreal. But for now, Darwin's on the ball, playing in, and it does find Bentancur. It's bouncing around the box, but no one finds a shot that ends up troubling the goalkeeper, even after he did dive, and the goal was kind of open for a few seconds. But I think that the time is going to go by pretty quickly, and we have won this game 2-0, which means we're starting the season off in second place. It's not bad. I mean, I would have liked to have gone a couple more goals to our name to get ourselves in the top spot. Actually, we're all the way down in 5th. Not even in Champions League spots. I think we should get considering, for sacking. This is pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. It's a shocking start to the season. We should really be pushing for that top spot already. But the goal difference for the rest of the sides above us is only 3. So, hey, if we had scored another goal and then another goal after that, we'd be in top spot. For now, we'll be happy with the win, 2-0, and we're going to jump into our second game of the season against this team. Tenerife, I'm going to go with. I'm really sorry if that's wrong, but Tenerife sounds right. Doesn't really, does it? But we're going to go with it anyway. Hopefully we make some signings in between now. Actually, we're probably not going to make any signings, but hopefully we find someone that we can actually sign. I'm really looking for a centre-back. Can't find anyone that's good and not worth £100 million. So that's the challenge at this point, because our team, look at it, it's good. It's hard to find players that are better than these players. I mean, Militao's not exactly the strongest centre-back of all time, but he's gone up to 3.5-star current ability. Maybe we don't need a new centre-back. Like a single man on Tinder, I'm still looking for that centre-back. I mean, single men on Tinder don't really look for centre-backs, but you know what I'm trying to say. The analogy and the joke is still valid. We have been scouting, just hasn't been going very well. My scouts are kind of useless at the moment, and I've got 2 people on mind, but they're not very quick about it, are they? They could get a wee bit more pace about them, and we have decided that we are going to get rid of Toni Kroos. Someone commented on the last video saying that we should get rid of Toni Kroos, not the last video, the video before last, and I completely agree. He's 31 years of age. We don't even start him. He's got a lot of value, a lot of wage. I think if we can get a club that actually wants to bring him in, it would be a brilliant deal for the club. However, I'm not going to absolutely complain if we have to keep him. But I think Fernandinho is probably about as good as him, and he's worth a lot less. Kroos is not going to get any, more valuable. If anything, Fernandinho is the better player. So it's time to cash in, I'd say. I think it's definitely time to cash in. But he's staying on the bench for this game. Aside from that, I have not changed the squad because I have not looked at it. So, you know what? You're going to do it with me. Let's go through this whole system together. We're going to bring Mendy off and bring Marcelo in. Marcelo, yeah, okay. Thought it was a glitch. I was worried that I didn't register him for a second there. I reckon, I'm trying to think, should I keep everything else the same? Is everything else the same? No, we'll bring Modric on for Kroos, actually. I think everyone else can stay the same. No, let's bring Valverde. Oh, should we bring Valverde in? I don't know, there's too many decisions. This normally doesn't happen. Normally I'm pretty quick about my stuff. Let's get the Uruguayan duo going on in that midfield. See if we can get the youngsters in there doing some good bits and pieces. But aside from that, it's the exact same lineup. Just Marcelo and Valverde coming into the squad. Probably should have kept Casemiro on there. I completely forgot that he's our captain. I'm going to have to get used to that. But we are now facing a side that did manage to get a point. No, they didn't. They gained a point because they're currently drawing with us. So they lost their first game. They got promoted last season. This should be an easy win. But as things stand, it doesn't look like we're completely dominating. However, I'm fully expecting that to change as we are Real Madrid and they are a team that I've seen their logo. I haven't really heard of them, but I've definitely seen the photo of the logo, and we haven't had a single opportunity, but we have a very high XG of 0.93, so you would have expected us to score a goal by now, statistically speaking, but we do have a chance now, and hopefully we can get that goal into the back of the net as Varane picks up the ball very close to the sideline. He was quite casual about keeping that one in. I don't know, personally I would have tried a bit harder to keep it in, but it doesn't matter. because it's come away to Marcelo, gone into Jovic, and he has tucked it in from the tightest of angles. I have to say that is a very impressive finish. He's gone around the goalkeeper. Looks like Varane's just playing out from a throw-in instead of throwing it in, but we're not going to complain as Jovic goes around the keeper. Oh, it's not even around the keeper. The keeper's just done a bit bad there, hasn't he? Not exactly ideal for him, but we'll take it. We'll definitely take that as we have another opportunity just before half-time. Can we make it 2-0? Dybala on the ball, loses it. Valverde picks it up though. Bentancur, look at that link-up play. Oh, the Uruguayan connection, it's insane. Marcelo going for his second assist of the day. Odegaard rolls it just wide. That was a very nice placement shot, but it just goes wide of the post, so I guess it wasn't that nice. But we're going to tell them not to get complacent out there. We're not doing the best against a pretty average side, and it's already gone bad. Odegaard's injured, and I'm not happy about it, but we're going to bring Depay on, and I guess that means that we get more people that we can bring in. We don't actually really have any reserve out-and-out cams, you know, like Dybala can play in cam, definitely, but I think apart from that, there's no one else that's really a cam, because we got rid of Isco and Asensio. Oops. It's okay. I think we'll be okay. Even Hazard can play in cam if we need him to. Right now, maybe putting him in cam would have been a good option, because if he's shooting shots like that, they're not going to go into the back of the net very much. But they're on the ball now, and remember, we're only a goal up. They could definitely score here against the run of play, and it's almost happened exactly like that. But Courtois does collect it, and I think it's going to be our opportunity, as that doesn't seem like much of a highlight. And Valverde is looking for a long... No, he's not. He's looking for a shortish pass. I think that ball may have just gone out, but we'll roll with it. Hazard running inside, goes for the shot, but it's placed just wide of the post, and it stays at only 1-0. If we only end up winning this 1-0, I think that is an amazing result for our opposition, but a pretty average result for us. But I'm going to make a substitution, and it's going to be Núñez to come on for Jovic, even though Jovic has scored in this game. You gotta mix it up every now and then, and Varane is going to come off, and we're going to bring Garcia into the lineup, and we have an opportunity straight afterwards. I think this was a brilliant change now, because we've got all the Uruguayans on. We've got some serious chemistry. I don't see any reason why Núñez won't score. Memphis Depay, one of the smallest players on the pitch, has risen for a header there, but gone straight into the goalkeeper's hands. Chance isn't over yet, though. I think there could be something else in this for us, as Memphis Depay picks it up from Cam. Trying to run forward with it. He plays it in. Núñez in on goal for his first goal. And he does get it for Real Madrid. First goal of the season. He is definitely in contention to start after that brilliant substitution by myself. I know, tactical genius. And it's a great pass by Memphis Depay to get him his first assist of the season, I believe. And Núñez has definitely just scored his first goal for Real Madrid. Hopefully the first of many. I'm not going to lie. I'm slightly concerned about the transfer, because I don't really need him, to be honest. But yeah, there's no really but. I thought there was going to be 15 substitutes, so I thought that we would need him, but we just don't now. Even if there was 15, we wouldn't really need him, but it's okay. It's okay. The way the cookie crumbles sometimes. Dybala coming in here, and it's come out to Hazard somehow, and he's just poked it into the bottom corner, and 3-0 now looks like an absolute battering, when, to be fair, the side that we've faced has done quite well defensively, but when you've got players of our quality, it's always going to end up into the back of the net. And if we could get one more, maybe we'll end this episode top of the table. We do have a chance. Carvajal plays it over to Dybala. He could be playing it in. He should have played it in. That was not a brilliant shot by him. And with only a couple of minutes to go, I don't think we are getting another opportunity. Can we make it 4-0? Can we go top of the table? Can we not concede? I want to keep the clean sheet. Carvajal trying to find a pass. He finds Bentancur, having to play it backwards, but we don't mind that. We can always work the ball into the mixer. Hazard trying to find a ball. He doesn't. He goes for the dribble. Plays it back to Marcelo. Back to Hazard. It's almost a penalty there as he goes down in the box. I thought it might have been. Great tackle by, I think that was Valverde that made it. But they're now on the counter-attack, and I don't want to lose the clean sheet here as they go for the shot. Courtois collects it very comfortably, though. And surely that... Why is there so many opportunities? Like, if we score from it, I'll be happy. But otherwise, I don't need this. We've scored. I'm happy. Dybala with his first goal this season. Hazard linking up with him this time. It was Dybala to Hazard for the first goal. Now it's Hazard to Dybala. They've got a brilliant winger connection there. Both being inside forwards, cutting inside, creating opportunities for one another. And it is now 4-0. And surely that means we've gone top of the table. We have done. And we're going to end this episode in the position that we probably will end the season based off the way we're playing so far. In first position. beautiful start to the season, and we're going to come back in tomorrow's episode, the end of the transfer window. So we will be playing this game against Getafe, then this game against Valencia, then simulating forward quite a bit, because I will admit, the start of the season is always quite congested. You know, we've literally covered all of these games within the space of 1, 2, 3, 4 episodes it will be. So I might simulate a good like 6 or 7 games before we jump back into the simulation after that. But we'll decide. We still got to go through the end of the transfer window. I'm definitely looking for new signings. Odegaard's only out for 3 weeks, which isn't horrendous at all. But he will be sorely missed during those 3 weeks. But for now, that is where we're going to end this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure that you do like this video. If you have enjoyed it, make sure to subscribe if you're new to the Raxo FM channel. And I will see you all later.